Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see. Okay, so I know you can't see me. Not sure what is going on with my camera. Again, this computer is driving me crazy, but I didn't have time to restart it and keep the stream on time, and I hate making you guys wait. So, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't even really want to Google it because I want to write this morning. I'm showed up to do the work, not to be distracted by lack of camera, which is frustrating. But okay, that is the 5:59 morning. All right. Maybe I should. I turn this music down just a hair so that it's not too distracting while I'm trying to talk too. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I guess I'm gonna pull up you up on my other computer so you can see me at least from one angle. But still keep this one as the main. I'm hoping. We'll see. I'm trying here, people. I really wanted to be on time for you all. It would help if I typed the name correct. I tried to type in real stream instead of restream. That's smooth and slick, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to stop talking. Okay. Okay. How does that sound? Is there any echoing or anything going on? Can you hear me okay? I'm wondering, maybe I should. No. Maybe I should. Can you hear me okay? Is there an echo? But there's not an echo this way, right? Okay. I'm up twice, but I think I've got it. You've got two screens for me today. It's okay. I'm sorry that I just can't keep the other one working properly, but I'm here to work this morning. I'm hoping that a couple more people show up ready to work as well. It is the second day of NaNo, the first day for me where I think I'll actually be able to get some words. Because I like that one. Yesterday I was doing some prep, some outlining, figuring out where the story's going to start, what's going to happen. So this is where we're at today. I tried to get my comments to show up on the other computer, thinking that's where I wanted them, but now I've got you guys over here where I should be looking. So you'll probably get a lot of my profile today. Hopefully you love it. Oh, good morning, good morning. It is Friday. Y'all, I don't live in the South, but I sure am glad it's Friday. I am. See, no, I don't like that. I don't know. It's too hard to tell when I'm tiny. Make myself less tiny. We'll just play. Since no one else is yapping with me yet, we'll just play. Good morning, Maria. Yes. Happy Good Friday. I'm actually around for a change. Fridays are normally my day off. Hubs is busy with services today, so taking the day off tomorrow instead. Nice. I'm glad you're here, Maria. Yes, happy Good Friday. Fun fact. I got engaged on Good Friday 17 years ago. Back then, it was April 9th. Sorry. Okay, yeah, this lighting is driving me nuts. This computer is so different with lights and what it does and doesn't like. Anyway, good morning, Maria. I'm so glad you're here. Anyone else who might be watching, I'm glad you're here as well. It is time to go ahead and start praying. Lower myself just a hair so you can actually see my head. It is time to get started, so I'm going to go ahead and pray, and then I will set the caption telling you we are going to sprint until 6:25. Hopefully I can figure out some more details about this story and start today. Why these are in. More details about the story and I'm starting today. I have some very basics down. Oh, good morning, Chandra. Super sleepy today. Yes. I wasn't going to tell you this, but my little water bottle here totally has pop in it. It also has orange juice in it, and I did resist grabbing the Mountain Dew I really wanted to drink this morning. So it's Sprite with a little bit of orange juice. Somehow that feels less offensive to myself and my body than drinking Mountain Dew at 6 o'clock in the morning. But I was super sleepy. I almost fell back asleep both yesterday and today, but by the grace of God, I woke up on time. Okay. Good morning to everyone. All right, I am going to pray. I'm going to remember to continue praying today for Chandra, an extra dosage of safety for right now, and Kristen with her anxiety and mental health situation, and pray for Piper, who wasn't here yesterday until the very end because she'd had a hard time sleeping due to pain. So let's continue to remember those situations. in all of you getting up so early. It's 11 a.m. here, and I don't know how you do it. Yes, well, I did this in college. I would get up at 5 a.m. to write in college. Anytime I had like a paper due, I could not write it the night before. Typically, I would just get so stressed out in the evenings that it was better for me to write it when my brain is completely fresh. And then I've come back to this for small little chunks of time. I think the longest I've ever ran 5 a.m. writing sessions has been 2 to 3 weeks, because then I burn out. But having you guys, knowing people are going to be here waiting for me, showing up, holds me accountable to showing up. You can't see me, comments are up. Holds me accountable to showing up, and so that's made a huge difference. I really wish I wasn't on 2 cameras today. That's annoying the crap out of me. Anyway, so yeah, so I've been able to be consistent now because you guys are here with me, and I love that. It's helping me so much to be productive and to show up, and it encourages me in my writing, and I love that. I'm so grateful for you guys. Hopefully it's reciprocal. Hopefully you guys are appreciating it too. Okay, I'm going to quiet my heart, and I'm going to pray. I was going to pray that verse, and then it disappeared. I think it was, the Lord is my shepherd. All right. Father God, you are our shepherd, and with you we know that there shouldn't be things that we want. You provide for our greatest needs, and those things that we can never even realize are our needs. You know us deeper and better than any person we've ever met. You love us greater and bigger, and Good Friday today reminds us how much greater, how much bigger than anybody else we've ever met. You died for us. Very few people that we know in real life would do that. I just want to thank you, Lord, for that, for meeting me here when I show up to write, showing up with me, for reminding me to push through when we get to the murky middle, whether it's in the story or in real life. A devotion I read this morning really hit home. Just trying to sell a house feels like the murky middle. Like I've been in the murky middle for 3 years and I want out. Just help me, Lord, to soldier on, keep showing up, keep doing the work, stay encouraged. As we sit down and we write, be with us. Help the computers not to distract us. Help my 2 images on the screen to just be a sign that I'm soldiering on and I'm not going to be distracted from the work I'm here to do. Lord, I thank you for the desire to write. Thank you for April and the motivation of Camp NaNo. Pray for anyone working on a Camp NaNo project or any project this morning, whether they're watching live or the replay. Help them. I pray special for Kristen, who's been dealing with anxiety and her mental health. Lord, I just pray that you would lift her up and give her peace, give her direction and calm and understanding and extra measures this holiday weekend, Lord. Pray for Piper, who's been struggling with pain. Pray that you would help her to get the sleep that she really needs to help her body recoup and recover and heal her body. Whatever that pain source is, just take it away for her, Lord. And I pray special for Chandra, who had a scary incident this week. I just pray that you would continue to give her extra protection and peace and comfort. We love you and praise you in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so I know we went long, but let's write until 6:25. Words. Okay, so I think I have to have it that way. I don't think you guys can hear me. All right. Good morning. How'd you guys do? Did you get words? I got 112 words in debate over my story. Sorry, I'm looking in the wrong place. Debate in my story. I'm trying to figure out some timeline questions. So my premise of this book was that this couple only meets on New Year's Eve. Like they don't live near each other, and somehow they are brought together on New Year's Eve every year. It's the only time they see each other. They don't really know much about each other in real life, other than just that one day that they get together. And as it was handwritten, I think they met at age 15. And then after their 9th New Year's Eve together, she sort of issues this ultimatum that if we're meant to be together, we have to meet up in real life, or it isn't meant to be. So I'm coming back next year. We need to somehow meet each other organically in the real world. And I'm thinking that that's too old. I think that by 24, they both would have had like too many. Okay, Maria, enjoy walking your doggies. I think that by 24, they both would have had too many encounters or thoughts towards a serious relationship, maybe, by then. I don't know, though, either, because I know in different parts of the country, like even just different schools, like universities and states, seem to have different, very different takes on that, like culture in that area. Like for me and my friends in my university, most of us were married by age 24, 25, and 26. I mean, most of my, if not all of my really close friends were married within 3-year time period of each other. And a lot of my really close friends were a year to 2 years younger than me. So it makes sense age-wise. But I have cousins who went to a university an hour and a half away from mine that all of her friends group and all of her peers didn't get married until about at least 5 years after me. And they had a larger group. It was like 5 to 10 year span for all of them to get married. And they had a totally different culture that was more career minded, and mine was more, my university had a very family oriented culture. So it's interesting. But at any rate, all that to say, I'm debating whether or not I should start it a little bit earlier and maybe not have quite as many New Year's Eve scenes. For one, I think they could potentially get a little bit redundant. And for another, I think that that's too unbelievable. So I'm thinking maybe 12, 13, 18, 19. I don't know. Anyway, what you guys have done? Chandra says she's set up for chapter 2, didn't get any words, but looking at the relationship dynamic. Yeah, see? doing that too. What is this dynamic? How does it work? How does the timeline come together? All of that. All right. Okay. It's time to start writing again. Hopefully you guys are ready. Turn this back on. I'm so sorry. I've been talking to you that whole time, and the comment just came up that I was on mute. Oh boy. So what I said was, I've been working on my timeline with my pretty pens. Oh, my pretty pens. Got more. All of my pretty pens. I put a picture up on Instagram. I had already done my timeline, so I thought I was going to be able to just to start writing, but I'm trying to tweak it. I want to make it more appropriate. I was also saying that I had originally been drawn to doing this book in my business plan. I wrote down I was doing this book next because it would show me writing an adult romance so that I could, from the get-go, set my brand to not just young adult, but mix, both sweet and clean. Christian romance spans the ages. But if I tweak the ages so it's more believable, I cut that out, don't I? So, messing with that in my head. How'd you do, Chandra? What'd you get done? Anyone else who might be watching, what did you get done? Sorry, I'm sure that's really attractive, me drinking my water bottle. But, oh boy, spend too much time talking on mute. Wait for a minute to see if you have any updates for me. I love my pretty pens. They're my happy place. My oldest son had bought me some for, was it my birthday or my Christmas present? I don't remember if they did individual birthday presents for me this year, or if it was Christmas. It might have been Christmas, but I used them all the time. He bought me, I think it was like an 8-pack or something. And then when I was at the store the other day, like a 14-pack or something like that. So I bought them too. So I have a couple of the same colors and repeat, but a whole bunch of pretty pens. I love them. Chandra says that she got a few words and read something from my friend who was having trouble with her child's school. Oh, that's trouble. Did I tell you guys that our school is planning to do a week of remote learning after spring break? My kiddos have been back. Sienna went back on March 8th, I think it was. Micah went back on March 15th. Spring break started yesterday, April 1st. And as of right now, they won't be back in the building until like April. When is it? 19th. Yeah. That's if they stick with just 1 week. And if they don't do some weird rollout again. So, I mean, I don't think they'd do another rollout because they've already done that. Teachers are already back. But I knew that was going to happen. I knew they were going to get back in school and it wasn't going to last. I'm sorry that your friend is having trouble with her school, though. I'm guessing it's a different type of trouble. Oh. All right. Are you ready to write? Or plot or outline? Whatever it might be. Sorry. Let's do this. How'd you do? Let's see. How'd you do? So I finished timeline and said that was timeline 1. So now I'm writing out timeline 2 to try and compare the 2 different ways the story could go. Still not sure I have the ages old enough in timeline 2, but I'm getting closer. How did you do? What did you do? I'm going to be around for a little bit longer today, so this is not going to be our last print. Like I said, I'll be here until 9:30 today if anyone wants to join me and keep writing. Chandra says she got 136. Good job. Good job. Sorry, I'm just distracted. Yeah, see, this only gets done to age 25. But, and it also gives too many years. Anyway, This is me just plotting and planning and struggle busing just to figure out this next story. Probably should just not try to plot it. I should just try to do it. But I'm not really a major plotter anyway. Should we keep writing until about 8:30? Excellent. I do feel like there needs to be some sort of plan. I need to have an idea. I need to know for sure if I'm going to make it young adult or new adult or adult. And if it's more adult, then meeting up would be less like the cutesy, I don't know. I just can't decide. I really like the idea of them being like each other's first, like pecks, like that first fish kiss, awkward kiss where you're all like cutesy and in love, but too tiny to even know what you've got. Even understand what's happening. So I just don't know if it's more important to stick with my business plan and write an adult novel and maybe pick a different story. I was not really feeling writing about Christmas time anyway. But anyway, anyone else struggle with all of these questions of life? All the questions of life. Okay, it is time. Hopefully you've been able to hear me this whole time. I think you have, because the little suckles, whatevering. Okay, it is time. I am going to force myself just to open the prologue and write for these 25 minutes and see what happens. That's my goal. Excuse me. Hold me to it. Okay? Turn this back on. Goodbye. Get your words in. That's time. How did you do? Welcome, welcome. It looks like there's a few more viewers here now. Though they're quiet viewers, watching like mice. Annoying. Although I don't know why I said that, because I hate mice, and just thinking the word mice makes me ugh, I don't like mice. So push my computer back. So close up. How did you do? I wrote some of the prologue, started it. I may not have actually finished it. This line is a good line to end a prologue, but it's not very long. It's 264 words. So something, but I still haven't decided her age. The prologue. Piper made it back. Welcome, Piper. I'm glad you made it to your secret place. You are here with me. Welcome, welcome. I've still got a couple more sprints to go, so you have plenty of time to get some work done. Chandra says 269. It's getting better. Woohoo. Is that your word count? 264 and 269. Chandra, we could not have planned that to get a word count within 5 digits of each other. Yes, hello to our dear friend Piper. Oh, so I still can't decide her age. Am I writing a adult romance where it starts when they're roughly 21, 22? Maybe I could even do, I don't know, probably. No, I couldn't do 19 to 28 because that just wouldn't work. But I could probably do 21 to 28, right? Or am I writing a young adult book where they are 13, 14 to 19, 20? What am I doing? I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know why I can't figure this out and decide. I just can't place my characters, who they are, I guess. I don't know enough about. Do they have like a career ambition mindset that causes them to delay any sort of romantic relationship from developing when they meet on New Year's Eve? Year after year after year, even though their hearts become more and more connected to each other with each encounter? Or are they just young and in high school and trying to keep their options open? I don't know. Piper says, yesterday I got 1,400 words, more than 1,400 words in, which felt lovely. And I took out the fake cupcakes I made 3 years ago, and we had some fun. See, I forgot all about it. After our talk in the morning, I completely forgot about it. One person tried to pull a prank on me, and it was my father-in-law, my husband's stepfather, who didn't come into the picture until our daughter was born 8 years ago. So newer guy. Anyway, he didn't help raise Brian at all, so he's not really a stepdad. He's just his mom's husband. But anyway, he sent us a text message saying that somebody had just driven by asking if the house was still for sale, because they had it for sale and taken it off the market recently. and that they saw the for sale sign and they were interested, and they actually knew members of the family from Wisconsin. This is in like teeny tiny town, Missouri. And my Brian's aunt immediately called it as April Fool's. So that was the only April Fool's joke that happened. My kids completely forgot about it. I forgot to remind them. I forgot to encourage them. I'm a terrible mom. I heard them talking about it after I had gone to sleep. Like somebody came in and said, "Do you know it was April Fool's Day?" I think I was walking to the bathroom to go to the bathroom. Everyone was so loud. Nobody's quiet when I try to go to bed early. This is a really big problem. Do you have to have it figured out to begin? Kind of, Piper. I kind of do have to have it figured out because I forced myself to write the prologue because I've spent the last however many sprints, the first 3 sprints this morning, playing with the outline to try to figure out what I was doing. And so I was like, no, I'm just going to force myself to write the prologue and see what comes, to see if I can figure out her age. And it's not coming. But the whole structure of the book, it's like present day, flashback, present day, flashback. And the flashbacks start at the beginning. So I need to know that age that they are at their first flashback so I can plan the whole thing out. I usually write as much as I can and leave anything age-related ambiguous till I can get a grasp of the characters. I could try that. That worries me. I don't know why. I mean, I don't advise going 2/3 of the way through the whole manuscript without knowing. I wasn't sure of whether the shifting was a ruse or real for my book, but you could start it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sometimes we need to shout, though. Sometimes we have to shout at each other. Like, don't compare and fall into those traps and whatnot. No, I needed to be reminded. And I think that I usually feel like I'm a terrible mom for things like having a short temper and getting frustrated because kids are kids and they spill crayons on the floor 5,000 times a day, and it's just going to happen. But this time, Chandra, I didn't put that up. It just popped up on its own. I don't know how. But it's making me go, I wonder if I could do that. But then, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, and I am too, Piper. But for some reason, this one actually, like, I wrote. I don't think you were here the other day when I was talking about it. This was probably close to a year and a half ago. I just sat down one day, woke up early one Saturday morning and started handwriting in this little notebook while my husband was still sleeping, and spent most of the day coming back to it, handwriting. Spent hours that day just sort of handwriting this story. I have it chaptered out in various scenes. It's not complete because you can't handwrite a complete story in one day, but it goes from prologue all the way to epilogue, and there's like some developmental stuff in the middle that needs more conflict and whatnot. I like the way that it's there. I usually am a discovery writer too, but I feel like I sort of discovered this already, but now I'm trying to like make it better, make it work. I don't know. Chandra likes the term discovery writer. Not encouraging your children to be evil hardly qualifies you as a horrible mom. I don't think that April Fool's Day jokes are evil. I don't think that that's evil. I just It's funny. I don't know. I could care less about stuff like that. It is 8:05. It is time to write. So let's do that. You guys ready? it's time. Okay, turn this down. How did you do? I have to do math. It's okay though, because my calculator's open, because when I turned my timer on, I somehow accidentally opened my calculator to start the timer, not my timer. So I had to change that. Okay, what am I doing? Seven. All right. So that time I got 133. We're still in the prologue, kind of beefing it up a little bit to make it scene come to life a little bit more, describing where he's sleeping and what's happening. We had Allie join us during that. Sorry, I don't know how to make myself stop yawning. Even the sugar didn't do it. It's Sprite this morning instead of healthy tea or coffee, or thought maybe the sugar would perk me up, but it did not. This lighting situation. How's that? Better? Maybe? Anyway, music's too loud. Better? Hopefully that's better. Chandra got 110. Good job. We're killing it. Slowly but surely. Ooh. It's a good thing I don't go back and rewatch these. I know caffeine's supposed to help with the yawning, but I probably should have just had that Mountain Dew this morning instead of Sprite. I said earlier it didn't feel right doing that to my body. Chandra says 561 for the day. Need 1,103 to make my daily goal. Maybe over lunch and after work today I can get more. Good job. You can do it. Allie, yes. Music is drowning you out. Is it still drowning me out? Even though I turned it way down? I'll just mute it. Don't worry about it. Well, I've been a bit distracted with different things to do, but managed to get 600 words today. Good job, Maria. And Allie has 4 days off, so she's really happy. In case you didn't see it in the comments above, she's working at an amusement park, so she's been paid to ride roller coasters for the last 3 days while they test things and get them ready for the park to open up. Best job ever. Really? Okay. Much better now. Except that I turned it off, so that's fine. No big deal. It's better. Okay. I'm gonna stand up, okay? Piper's comments are showing up later. I can turn it back on then. I don't know why that keeps happening. But if I just do it straight in YouTube, I don't have the ability. The first stream I did, which nobody showed up for, which was fine because it was bad, so I deleted it off my channel. But the first one I did directly in YouTube without using Restream, and there was no ability to do screen sharing. And so I didn't like that. Amy says, or Allie, Allie says she likes this job better than her last job. Her last manager was not very kind. Not kind at all. That's always good when you can get along with people you work with. And the big thing is that you're getting work experience in, you're in Austria, right? Another notebook. I think you're in Austria. Yeah. So the big thing is that you are getting work experience there. No, that's Amy. You're Allie. I don't know where you are. Are you in the UK? Maybe you're in the UK. Anyway, I know it was about you getting work experience when you were there because you didn't have work experience there yet and you were having trouble getting a job. Oh, it shows up in the comments as a flag, but when I put it up, it just translates differently. Flag, 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 flag. Oh boy. Yeah, I've thought about doing that before, but I was worried about echoing too. I could try that. I've pulled it up on my phone to look before, but by the time I get it up on my phone, it's up on here. Oh, you're in the UK? Allie, me too. Whereabouts are you? We have some chatter about location. Okay. We are 2 minutes past chatter, but that's okay. We'll start at 8:35. And I'm going to try to do that, pull it up on YouTube thing. See how that works, if it works. Now, it might throw me off. So let's see. It's going to throw me off looking at it because, oh, I'm sorry, I just stepped on a tack. So the weird thing is the YouTube is showing it really delayed from me talking. Like really, really delayed. Like I stepped on a tack a while ago. Anyway. Maria and Allie are talking about the UK. And Laughy Face. Blackpool Pleasure Beach. What a name for a amusement park. Weird. All right. I'm not sure if this is working for me. Close this. Maria is very excited right now to find a new friend fairly close to her. Sweet. Okay, so the comments are actually popping up close to the same exact time, but what I think is happening is that YouTube is really delayed for me for when I talk to when you hear it. So I closed that because it was really distracting to me, stressing me out. So I think there's like a minute delay from what I say to when you hear it, which is probably why we have to wait so long when we go live for people to show up and all of that, because I don't think it's actually live. I think it's like a minute delayed. Feeling the love, Maria, feeling the love. It is nice though when you know somebody, like if I were to find out somebody lived close to where I'm at in Michigan, even just knowing that the writing gals that we follow, the Christian Indie Writer podcast, yeah, even just knowing that they're in Michigan or were based in Michigan before half of them moved to Florida. Rhonda's on her way back today, I think, though. Anyway, that was exciting for me because it's exciting when you know people are close. We were going to start at 8:35 and it's already 8:37. I'm talking too much. All right. Let's write until 8:55. Okay? Okay. Goodbye. Okay, that's time. That is time. Switching to this one here.
Previously on Casey Undercover.
The other side is negotiating to buy the plans for a
Sorry, my daughter's trying to put a show on and she hadn't casted it yet. Alright, is there anyone still with me? Still writing? Wondering how you did. That time I went from 397 words, and then next time I glanced at words, I was at 379 words, and that threw my brain off. I wrote it down because I thought it was funny. What are the chances? And then I believe I ended, let's make sure I haven't changed any. Oh, I have. I ended at 447 words. So only about 50 words that time, but obviously I've done some tweaking, changing of things, blending, fixing. This music must still be too loud. Fixing, tweaking, changing, make it better, etc. So, I think the prologue is written, short, which is unusual for me, but I think that it is pretty solid. The one question is if I'm going to keep it in first person or switch it to third person, because I cannot decide. I honestly do not know what I'm going to do there. I might switch it up and do third person this time because I am doing 2 points of view, and I prefer, if I'm going to have 2 different points of view, that they both be first person or they both be third person, not one first person, one third person. If you have like a couple of first persons and a third person, that's okay. Or like a third person, because it's more of an omniscient point of view than a solid limited. Sorry, I couldn't come up with a word. Than a limited point of view. That works, but there's this one author who I read, and she's hooked me. Like, I read everything that she wrote the minute that it comes out, the minute it comes out, every time. But there's a couple of different things. Like, sometimes her scripting lately, the last several books that have come out, have felt very like reading a list instead of reading prose. You know what I mean? And she writes all of her male characters from third person and all of her female characters from first person, and it makes me crazy. Other writers have done it and it hasn't affected me the same. Like, I think if it's one book and it has to be done in that particular book for that reason, I think it's this pattern of it happening for that book. But at any rate, for me, my preference would be to have them both in the same format. And I'm thinking maybe I should do third person because my last book is written in first person. And again, this whole book was about business plan. This book was being scheduled in business plan purpose-wise, to write a book that helps round out me as a writer for my audience. So like my first 3 books that they would kind of show a roundabout, sort of a real clear, rounded vision of who I am as an author, what they can expect from me as an author. Not just like a straight up series from, since I didn't write a series first, I could finish out the Rainbow series. I have 2 or 3 other books, titles that I could work with. If I spent some time, I could probably pretty easily come up with a storyline for them. But yeah, I don't really, I feel like it would be better to round myself out as a writer for my viewers up front. So that's kind of my goal. That's sort of more of a little YouTube podcasting info, like a YouTube vlogging type info as opposed to just streaming chatter. But I'm not seeing any other viewers here, and I kind of have some stomach pain this morning. So I was planning on going until 9:30, but I think I am going to go ahead and cut it here. Since interest seems to have waned and I'm not feeling best. And I finished the prologue. I still haven't decided her age. And I guess it comes down to business plan versus story plan. I'm going to have to think on that a little bit this weekend before I come back on Monday to write some more. I'm probably going to be behind and not hit quite as many words this month as I was hoping, but I have other goals this month too, so staying on track is more important to me, I think, overall. Anyway, if you've been watching the replay and you've made it this far, thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm sorry I'm cutting one sprint off, but I think it's for the best. As we go forth, remember, whatever you do, do it from the heart as something done for the Lord and not for people. Colossians 3:23. If you liked what you saw or you know someone else who might benefit from a little bit of prayer and a whole lot of productivity to start their days, at least from 6 to 8, Monday through Fridays, and occasional pop-ups at different times and occasional lengthier sprints, like on Fridays, my kids don't have in-person school. Well, actually, no, they don't have in-person school for a couple of weeks. They're on spring break, and then they have a week of distance learning. So occasionally I can extend sprints for a little bit longer, but I commit to at least being here from 6 to 8 a.m. Monday through Fridays. So if you know someone who would appreciate that, go ahead and share this video with them specifically. And if you liked what you saw, do all the things that you know you can do. Hit the buttons, the likes, the subscribes, all of those things. So thank you so much for being here today. It was great writing with those who were here earlier. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.